Alright, how's it going? It is January the 22nd, 2021.
Let's try this resolution.
Alright,
Sorry
I am
about that. Like I
watching, sorry about that, the market mastery, so I might not even trade today. We have, well, there's three stocks here that I'm watching, ADMP, OBLN, SYCX. OBLN is here for the third time, the third day in a row, which is impressive. Normally kick these out the next day because they fade too much, they drop too much the next day, and it just seems to not be something worth trading anymore. Sometimes it goes to the other screen for maybe a range breakout, but LBLN, it's just going to be a watch for now. Really don't see any setups that I truly want to trade, no levels of support I want to trade it off of. On top of that, ADMP, just a third day, so kind of sketchy to trade. Don't really want to short these stocks either, especially on a Friday. Let me see if this is even shortable. It is shortable, so I'm gonna have to look at these things, but I think I might just watch the mastery, just because of the fact that Tim likes trading like pretty much all OTCs. So I really just want to see a view from somebody who's just trading OTCs a lot. Besides that, these three stocks that I have here don't even look that good. I mean, they could obviously change later on. Some of them have good price action, but it's on the second and third day. That's why CX is its first day, but I just don't like it. I don't like all the resistance back here. It's already dropped a lot from the 11, so it's not just it's not going to be a bad day if I don't see any good setups, because I'll probably just watch the mastery. But if this is a very amazing setup, I'm going to have to take that into consideration. But for now, I'm going to just keep looking and watching the live mastery. Alright, it is 10:14 a.m. As you can see, my screen is now littered with OTCs, and as much as I hate OTCs, they do trade much easier than listed stocks, and I should probably maybe even challenge myself to trade nothing but OTC stocks. As much as I like listed stocks because of their liquidity, the ease of entry and exit, OTCs just provide better setups, better patterns overall. Let's just go over them one by one. ADMP is turning out to be an all-day fader. I guess in theory I could have shorted something like this, but again, I'm not really looking at trading right now because of the life mastery thing going on in the background. But I mean, I guess once it broke $2 right here at this range, and it did do a wick here, bounced off of it, tried again to hold, but it put up a lower high, and then I guess it started the downtrend from here. It cracked 2, dropped to the 192s. AITX was number 5 setup. That worked out. This one worked out. Doesn't seem like it did, but I mean, 74 to 89, that's a lot of range. DLOC was a very choppy number 5. Nobody seemed too interested in that. OBLN was doing this lower high thing right here, and then it had this freaky spike right at the market open, and then it dropped at this level. That's not very predictable, and then it did a big spike, broke past the pre-market levels, dipped again. This is more predictable when it dropped somewhat near the top of the pre-market highs as a confirmed breakout from 670 to 752. That's a lot more predictable. OZSE, it's just an uptrending stock that is trying to break the previous high right here at 64, or if you want to be a little more specific, 59. So that's pretty impressive when it broke 59. I guess the buy right here, 59. It got up to 61, dropped again, right below 59. But once it got to 59, it's a very nice uptrend now at 66. PLYZ is just a runner. Looks like the first big number 5 potential. Tim got in this one. I don't know if he's still in it, but he did get in, and it's a nice number 5 setup. Was there any clear level of support when it dropped there? Let's see. I mean, no, not maybe. Just a clear number 5, just being a solid number, I guess. I guess you can call it off of here, this pre-market, that market open level. SYCX, just not doing anything. This one is fading. Not really a clear setup that, you know, I would have been interested in trading. It looks like it even cracked to the pre-market low right there, but it didn't do too much. It's just not a very volatile stock. SIRC, a bit crazy, a bit freaky. Look how far it is, look how much it's up since where it came from. Just some very nice number 5s, especially this one, although it was pretty fast for you to have to get in and out. And then right here, much choppier, but a lot after the choppiness, easier number 5 setup. SMPW, another number 5. Was this based off of any support? 75. Yeah, right here, this level right here, that's pretty impressive from the previous day. It dipped right at the highs of yesterday. That's where it held. A bit choppy too, but it eventually did a nice uptrend. TSMP put up a head and shoulders, a small number 5 from 38 to 36, not too much, just under 10%, although the bounce did break this level. I think Tim traded this one too. V and UE, just a choppy stock for now, although maybe it is trying to do a number 5. Just, you know, a lot of number 5 setups, a lot of actions, a lot of things to be looking at. You know, maybe to do an adjustment. On my main screen I can keep my listed stocks because I like listed stocks more. But maybe on the second screen I can keep all the OTCs and all of the ones that I'm watching for range breakouts. I can probably make a tab on the watch list and have those separately. So that way I have 3 things to look at. Listed stocks that are, you know, first day, second day runners, or just very significant players. The second screen will have a watch list for the OTCs and another watch list for the range breakout listed stocks and some OTCs as well. I think that's the way to do it, and maybe like at the end of each trading day I can go to the chat and just, you know, steal a whole bunch of potential OTC stocks that, you know, might be a good you know, stock to trade if a certain pattern pops up. That way I'm more invested in OTCs. I do have OTCs already on my second screen, but you know, I know I could put more attention on it, and the OTCs just provide much better setups, you know, much better than listed stocks right now. So I just have to take that into consideration, as literally almost everything that Tim trades right now is just OTC stocks, as well as everyone else. So as I mentioned in that mindset update video, I just have to get over it and start trading OTCs, because that's what's providing the most opportunity right now. I'm gonna keep watching the Life Mastery and just keep going forward. Yeah, just overall, the overall lesson for me is just to really take into larger consideration the OTC stocks. Alright, it is 4:15 p.m. My watch list is stuffed. Really looking forward to the day, and I'm not going to have some kind of calendar or some kind of hypothesis as to when it'll happen, but this is clearly the market for OTC stocks, not really listed stocks as much. Maybe there is some action. There definitely is action with the listed stocks, but it's nothing like OTC, and I just have to, you know, stop crying about it, even though I have to trade larger positions, because, you know, I have to pay commissions for it. So I should trade at least with I guess at least 1,000, just so, you know, I know like Tim likes being against commissions, but you know, I remember back in 2015 I traded with like 400 bucks. I did great. I made like 10% or something, right? And then the commissions would just wipe half of it, or if I'm break even or just barely made it something, or I traded less. You know, it's just I was just not prepared for that. Thankfully, thanks to God, I am prepared. Now I can trade larger position sizes. As I don't want to, but I could easily trade, I mean, up to $7,000 positions, and I would never do that. Maybe I'll trade the most half of that, but you know, I'm just gonna have to be trading OTCs more. I'm gonna have to be looking at OTCs more. Maybe you know, at the end of the day, go through the chats and see what OTC stocks did I miss, and see if there are any setups. I don't even know where to start. There's so many, but let's do the listed ones. So ADMP just faded the rest of the day. It would have been a very nice confirmed breakdown. Short right here. Well, I guess, yeah, because it cracks the level, bounces back and forth. Might have scared me out of it, especially with support right there at $2. But that was definitely a short. A better setup would have been shorting, I guess, at the wick here, maybe even at. Oh, it's not that much. Yeah, shorting around 2 right here. Although it's a very quick uptrend, maybe a short right here in the 195 would have been a little choppy, you know, but it got to the 80s and then the 70s, but that seems like a little bit of a hard setup, to be honest. The other one I had, OBLN, third day, not something I really wanted to trade, although I did break out here nicely. It did dip to this level, maybe not perfectly, did do a follow-up spike, so there are setups, but there are clearly easier setups with OTCs. Didn't do much after that. SYCX, one of those faders. This one was sad. This one I would have removed. It just faded the rest of the day. Didn't even provide much of a setup. No confirmed breakdown setup. So I'm actually going to remove it here. And now let's go ahead and start with the OTCs. This is going to be a bear, but ADSV. Some of these stocks I just put in the watch list because it was being mentioned. Doesn't necessarily mean it was a setup. Not the best time. Yeah, timing isn't too bad, but a pre-market high breakout. Second day stock at 15 went up to 21. That's pretty decent, and you have to take that in consideration. That is a large amount. That is, you know, 30% move. You don't see that too easily with listed stocks. AITX was a dip buy, a number 5 setup, up several days. Nice spike from, I'm not going to count the wick there, but from 74 to 89, clearly a move there. And then it eventually did a little breakout, although this one didn't last too long. Again, it's just easier to trade OTCs in terms of the chart pattern. It's not as choppy. AMLM did a nice you know, intraday breakout at 3 o'clock power hour. Very nice, very spiky. 72 spiked from the 41 level. Pretty impressive move. Again, you don't see this with listed stocks. APWC is one of those that, oh yeah, this is not an OTC, this is a listed stock. So this is the only listed stock that really played out like an OTC, I guess. Not exactly, but the problem with this one is that it was very halty, which isn't good. Yeah, just not the best setup after the big spike. Put up a higher high here, even just by a little baby wick. Cracked 6 officially here. Went to the 550s. Not much range comparing it to OTCs. ASTI seemed like it did a dip, but not a very good number 5. But again, a lot of these are consistently working, so that's pretty impressive. COUV, I think Tim is still holding half of his position. Just a very nice breakout right here at 12 over the 34s, went up to the 39s. That's pretty impressive. Then it did a follow-up breakout here. Then a follow-up breakout. First day OTC, very impressive setup. Can clearly spike as it did before. The first green day after its range consolidation right there. DLOC did put like a number 5 and it wasn't really clean. This one was very choppy. OBLN we just went over. Listed stock OZSC. Everybody was roasting this stock for I think it was this one for, no, it was another one, but this one, it's not really a number 5 because this happened late in the day, although this one happened to spike very nicely. There's a lot of risk in that. Instead, this one was just a nice breakout over the previous high here very early in the day. Then it did another follow-up one, confirmed breakout setup right here. I mean, these setups are so much easier than listed stocks, and I'm just gonna have to stop looking at listed stocks so much. PLYZ was a very nice number 5 pattern. Not necessarily near the market open, but still before 12. I mean, it went from 26 to 34. That's, again, you don't see that with listed stocks that easily, you know. SING, this one started uptrending. Nice breakout over here at 318 for the power hour run. This was pretty impressive. Again, follow-up breakouts, intraday breakout over intraday breakout. Not really a confirmed breakout here, but it didn't dip that much, but it somewhat did it. Again, just lots of setups. SIRC, very cool number 5 right here, although this one spiked a lot before it did it. Spiked, dropped again. This one was a bit clearer. Provided several setups right there. Head and shoulders here, although I don't think they work too well with OTCs. I'd have to study that. SMPW, another like similar to SIRC. A nice dip after a huge spike, running up several days. And a lot of these stocks, although I'm not showing it, some of these stocks drop right at a support level. Looking at a 14-day chart, I guess not these, but some of them like TSMP, right here is the level, dipped right here, dipped one more time, although the ideal entry would have been in the morning. Again, just some very nice setups right here. SMPW, this is the one everyone was roasting because it downtrended, and even though it spiked, you don't do number 5 setups in the afternoon because that could be something else. It's not the same. The timing actually matters. TSMP, just a lot of dip buy opportunities. Not much of an intraday breakout setup, but definitely dip buys all over this entire chart. Watching it the entire day, all of these stocks. VISM did do a breakout, I'd say around here. A bit of a consolidation above the breakout level. A little scary to hold, but it did a nice follow-up breakout after that. VNUE, this one is not the best one, but there were clearly a bunch of nice stocks. A lot of these runners are going to provide potential number 5s in the future. I'm going to have to consider trading them, those number 5s. A lot of setups, a lot of learning. The Market Master was well worth the purchase. Maybe I'm being so hard on myself, but it could also be that I've just been looking at listed stocks too much. I like them more, but clearly the OTCs are the ones providing better setups, even though it's harder to get in and out of those trades, and there are commissions associated with it, and inexacts. Instead of exactly 292, it's 0.92. It's just messing around with the pennies, half a pennies, percentages, sell penny stocks. And then it's harder to get in and out sometimes, but it's just something you have to take in your trades. You just have to take that into consideration. But overall, pretty good setup. So yeah, I'm gonna call it off here. No setups, just a bunch of really nice OTCs. I understand now, the craziest with OTCs even more. Hopefully there will be a crazy move like this with listed stocks sometime in the future. But for now, I'm gonna consider OTCs even more. I'm gonna have to find a way to scan for OTCs, and but yeah, that's all I got. Pretty good day.